Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to be sitting here today, guys. It has literally been since Thanksgiving since I filmed. It has been a crazy week, but crazy couple weeks actually. But before we get into that, I do want to go ahead and talk to you about the video that I'm going to be doing today for you guys. I actually went to Walmart last week, I do believe, and I picked up a couple new sponges that I'm really excited about. I got the Real Technique sponge with like that fiber mesh, and then I also picked up some Japanese sponges. So I'm gonna try the Japanese sponge on one side and then the Real Technique sponge on the other side. I've never tested them out before. They've been sitting on my vanity, and I've been kind of waiting. This hair is driving me nuts. I've been kind of waiting for you guys to do a video to kind of test them out. So today is the video for that. Today's the day. So anyways, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to get comfortable. This will probably be a little bit longer video today. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Well, Sunday evening, but still Sunday. So, you know, what a better way to spend a Sunday than to do a makeup look. So, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. All right, guys, so the only thing that I did without you was my brows as usual, and I will link all those products that I used down in the description box. I primed my lids already, and I've actually been loving the E.L.F. Putty eye primer, but I find it to be a little thick, so what I like to do is put some of these Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Oil face drops, but not face drops, face oil, and just to kind of loosen it, I put 2 drops. So let's kind of dive on in, guys. I'm super excited. I'm not even gonna do an eye look today. I'm just gonna do some like brown eyeshadow in the crease, some oh, I did get some new lashes too. Oh, we can put them on today too. Super exciting. I totally forgot about those. Like, seriously, guys, I went up to Walmart, got some new things, and it was like literally a crazy week. So I'm gonna go into this. I think this is just a Laura Sanchez eyeshadow, and it's called Moods. Had this forever, like got an Ipsy box forever. But anyway, so I went to Walmart, and then my husband actually got COVID-19, and so I had to be quarantined for like 14 days. I mean, none of us got it, thank God, but we was all stuck in the house, and then getting back to work and getting everything back on track. It's just been a crazy couple weeks, to say the least. But thank God he is feeling so much better. He's bouncing back pretty good, because I know a lot of people aren't. So, and my thoughts and prayers are with those that are not, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, it was rough on him, I mean, to say the least. And he's, you know, 35, so I can only imagine the people, you know, that are, you know, in their 50s or 60s or whatever. But anyway, so we are just going to, yeah, that gives like a nice little wash of color, and that's all I'm wanting, because I'm going to do a bold lip. But I don't want to do a whole lot, because I really want to focus this video on testing those 2 new sponges that I'm so excited about. So, now let's go in with some liner. Here lately, I have been loving the Maybelline Major Matte Black Liner, but I think I'm going to switch it up and do a felt pen, because I haven't done a felt pen in forever. Like, it's been so long. Let's go ahead. I always dip into this Haus Laboratories, and I regret it every time, because it looks so good, but it gets kind of jagged. I don't know why. So I'm going to give it another try. I'll probably regret it later, but you know. Like, it's so black and so dark. Just like that. Like, it ain't too bad actually today. I think it's when you try, maybe tilt it and turn it and do too much. Like the tip isn't very flexible. I'll have to give like a little tail at the end there. But that one is like so much thicker than this one. I hate when that happens. Oh my god. Like, what is happening right now? Oh, okay. For some reason, the little corner of the tip was taken off the eyeliner I put on, and I was like, there we go. And I feel like if one edge is fatter than the other, all I do is like add a little bit to the bottom instead of having to do all over the top, because that's when it goes downhill, if you know what I mean. So now let's talk about these new lashes that I have. Yeah, like that liner looks so nice. Okay, so I picked up some new lashes, and as you guys know, the Kiss, what is that called? I mean, Foam Ink, 3D Foam Ink style, I think is what it's called. Those are like my current favorites, but I did find these, and I really, really like these. And as you guys know, if you guys watch my channel, I have been trying so hard to be able to apply the lash glue and get it on the band instead of on my actual eyelid where my eyeliner goes, because I like that. I mean, I do. It's effective. It makes my lashes stay all day long. It doesn't budge, but when it comes to taking my makeup off, getting that lash glue off is awful. It hurts my eyes. I'm scrubbing and scrubbing, and there's still some on there. It gets in my actual lashes. It's just a hot mess. So I picked these up, and the band on it is like so thin. And with these, I'm actually able to put the lash glue on the lash band, and they're long and they're effortless, but they're still a little dramatic, which I like a dramatic lash. Now, if you don't, you'll have to get a different style, but I just like the fact that the band's so thin, because I never veered towards a thin band. But these I really, really like. I actually did try these on. I think I did try these on as soon as I got them. But I never did try the sponges because, you know, having to wear a mask, I've just been doing eye looks. You know that life, guys. So what we're gonna do, and these are just the number 11, it looks like. Style 11. But I mean, seriously, guys, look at how thin. Let me kind of grab it a different way. But do you see that? How thin that band is? I mean, it's like invisible, kind of. Which, I mean, is nice. You know, for like when you go to apply it. That way you're not seeing a thick band. And I'm still using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, which is my favorite liner or lash glue. I've tried different ones, and they never stand the test of time. So, and I always like to curl my lashes, that way they're lifted. And I also curled my falsies and my lashes, in other words. I never used to curl my actual lashes. And then I seen this video where if you don't curl your actual lashes, that, you know, you'll have your regular lashes will be flat and then your falsies will be lifted. So you'll have that difference, you know what I mean? So we're going to try that today and see if it doesn't make my lashes look more lifted. Hopefully it does, because I love a good lifted look, but I think we all love a lifted look. So we're just going to curl this just like that, give it a few seconds, let it go. That's all it really needs, especially with that band being so thin. But yeah, these guys, this is in the style So Wispy, by the way. So Wispy number 11, I do believe. Guys, I tell you what, I found my new favorite wine. Because if you're looking for a wine that is not really expensive, but is like so fruity and a little bit bubbly and really sweet, this, what's it called? Brain fart. What is that? The Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa Black is like so good. It literally reminds me of like a triple berry pie, but in wine form. Oh, it's so delicious. I love it. But anyways, so let's go ahead and apply our lash glue to our band. And you just need a little bit because you don't want to add so much that it cakes up your actual lashes. Just like that, just a little bit. Let's just let those hang out for a second. About 30 seconds I've learned. This is only my second time doing it, but about 30 seconds and let that sit. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of skin prep. I've been loving this combo of the QMS Tinted Day Cream and then this Positively Radiant Aveeno Daily Moisturizer because it's got some SPF in it. And I'm loving it because the QMS really evens out my skin tone. And I do 2 pumps, as you guys know. If you're new to my channel, that's what I do. And then with this, I just do 1 pump. And it doesn't really have a scent, which I like. It doesn't have that SPF sunscreen smell, you know? And I always drag my products down to my neck. Like, I drag everything, my skincare, the whole 9 yards. Now, before I go to mixing that in, I'm going to go ahead, take my tweezers. I have 2 different tweezers. I have a lash tweezer and an actual tweezer that I use too. That I actually use to and tweeze my eyebrows and stuff. I'm going to just lay this down. Now, sometimes it's a little tricky because now this is not wanting to. And don't mind my outbursts because I get very irritated. Because sometimes these just don't want to stay. Like, I'm like sitting here like, I did everything right. What's your deal here? You know what I mean? Like anybody else get like that? Like they start hollering for no reason. Well, I mean, obviously there's a reason behind it. Your lash glue don't want to stick to your freaking eyeball. Like I'm trying to create a look here. I mean, come on. You know? It's so aggravating. But anyways, positive notes, huh? So then I really feel like I even need an actual tweezer or eyelash tweezers or just use my freaking fingers because you know what I mean? And don't mind my husband in the background. He loves talking to his mother about work. Because you see, she used to work where he works now, so they love to catch up. And yeah, I feel like my hands, but you see how wispy those look? Like this effortless, dramatic, but not too much, you know what I mean? So, now that we got that, let's rub this in. This effortless glow, of course I get it everywhere, and it is a little bit oily, but not like make your skin oily, just the natural application oily, you know? But yeah, and I just love those lashes, you see? Super nice. Okay, so anyways, now that we have our skin prepped, our eyes are done. I don't know why I didn't do my skin prep before my eyes like I always do, but it is what it is. So now we're going to test out these new sponges. Okay, guys. So for foundation today, actually didn't even use a primer. Hold on. Alright guys, so we're just going to use my favorite primer. It's the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm in love with it. It's so nice. I'm literally like, guys, I want to say I'm in love with it. Mama, you lying. Just kind of like to add it a little bit everywhere. I'm just going to generously apply this to my T-zone. Wherever you got pores, that's the idea. Because it is a poreless putty primer. And I don't mean to put air quotes, it really does work. Like, this is my jam. Okay, so now let's go and talk about that foundation like I was earlier. So I'm just going to jump into this Believe Beauty foundation. This is a Dollar General exclusive. You get it for $5. It's got a pump, got a decent shade range. I mean, really, there's not bad things I can really say about it. It's got good coverage. I'm in the shade Warm Vanilla. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Real Technique sponge on this side of my face. And then, and check this out, guys. Yeah, look how cool that sponge looks. This is the Japanesque. I want to say Japanique for some reason. Japanesque sponge. And I got this because I heard that their brushes are awesome. So I wanted to try their sponges out because I don't have none of the brushes. But I've heard really super nice things. So we're going to start with 3 pumps because I am using 2 different sponges. And we're just going, I guess I really didn't need 3 pumps, but I do drag this down my neck just because it is a little bit darker, but not too dark, if that makes any sense. So we're going to deglass here, and then we're going to go with the Real Techniques. We're just going to apply it. It is a little bit firm, but I don't hate it, but it's not as bouncy as my Total Face Sponge by E.L.F. And like, I love the Total Face Sponge so much that I got rid of all the old sponges and replaced them with those. But I only have 2 sponges from E.L.F. So I'm always down to trying new sponges. And I've heard a lot of good things about the Real Technique sponges. So I wanted to give this a fair shake. So that's kind of where I'm at with the whole sponge situation. I mean, it's giving me good coverage and everything, which, I mean, is a goal. I still got that dewiness from my skin products, which is nice. So let's go ahead and jump into that Japanese sponge. It doesn't have a flat bottom like I would like it to, like the other one did, and I appreciate that the Real Technique sponge had that. But this one also doesn't feel as bouncy as the other one, but then again, they might need a few other wears. You know, they might need some more times using them. You know what I mean? You might need to break them in a little bit. So I will keep using these and definitely let you guys know in future videos if I kept using them, how I felt about them, if I had to give them away, that kind of thing. Because it looks a little crazy, but once I add all my other products, I think it'll turn out well. But I mean, you really don't see the difference from one side to the other. Yeah, I don't know. Really, to be totally honest, I kind of feel a little, I like this one a little bit better. I feel like it's a little softer, but they're both not near as bouncy as I would like them to be. So that's kind of where I'm at. But, you know, maybe they need, you know, to be broken in. So we're definitely going to give them a few more shots and see where we're at. So let's go into concealer. And I'm using the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I know I'm using a lot of E.L.F products, but like they're so good. Oh. Like I just purchased their toner, their super toner, I think is what it's called, not too long ago. And I'm trying to use up the rest of my toner that I got from TJ Maxx, Target. That I got from Target so that I can use that one. And then I ended up getting a spray toner from BoxyCharm. So I'm like swimming in toners. But I mean, it's always good to have extras. Yeah, I feel like this is rough. You know what I mean? Like this one is nice and cooling. Like the material on it is. Like that one, the material on that almost feels like the June & Co. Like that feathery kind of. But, no, don't get me wrong. I've never tried the June & Co. personally. So, but just from pictures and that kind of thing. And videos and stuff I've seen. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But I do like this one more for right now. Just because of the texture. Like it's cooling to my face. Like I said, not as bouncy as I would like, but it is cooling. Let's go ahead and set. I'm going to jump in to set my under eyes and my concealer, the Everyday Vaycay powder from Ciaté, London. I don't have a whole lot left, so I'm really trying to kind of finish this up. Been kind of on the market to get another setting powder, to be totally honest. Kind of tap it in. I did use a little bit more powder on that under eye than I think I should have. But you know what, that's okay. Like that. Yeah, I don't feel like that applies my powders as well. Like not near as well as my Total Face Sponge does. Because it's so much bouncier, so it really just blends the powders right into your skin. Whereas that one just kind of presses them on it, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just my first impression. So to set the rest of the face, we're going in with the LA Girl pressed powder in the shade Soft Honey. I really like this, but it does give a little bit extra color, and it does add some additional coverage, which is super nice, especially if you're using like a BB cream or a tinted, you know, moisturizer or something like that instead of a foundation. Or if you just want something extra, that's great too, you know. This does have a little bit of a kick up, but not much. It is affordable. If you're looking for a nice pressed powder, this is a good one. LA Girl is a nice brand. I haven't used a whole lot from them. Not because I don't want to, just because I haven't had the chance, but I do love that pressed powder. Okay, so now, let me pop on my eyeballs. Now, see how nice that looks? I mean, despite not having the best sponge, I think it looks really pretty. So, we're going to take my little cloth that I used to clean my brushes and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and apply my lip before I finish my face and stuff, because my lip feels kind of dry from where I put on that plumping lip gloss. So, we're going to do like a dark lip liner and then a lighter lip color. So, I'm going to go in with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liners. I really love this one. It's in 12 Bordeaux. It's a really dark, like burgundy color. It's a pencil liner, super comfortable. It doesn't pull on your lips. Very creamy, such a pretty cranberry color. Just like that. I did overfill my bottom just a little bit, just for like a juicier pout kind of, but I'm very careful because if I start to overline, it gets a little heavy. So I'm gonna stop it right there. And then for my lip color, we're gonna go with a Dose of Colors. I don't even know. I think these are technically considered like matte lipsticks. They dry down to be completely matte and they stay put. So, I mean, it doesn't want to stay on here, but this is in the shade Strawberry Pop. So, anyways, I do like this. See that? I hope these two kind of go together because it kind of looks darker in the two. Like, because it does dry down super matte, but I got like a little groove right there. You see that? From where I didn't follow that line all the way. Just like that. That looks nice, but I do think I gotta clean up right up there, just like some midging. So when I do that, what I like to do is just take a concealer brush, and I use this to clean up my brows and stuff. So it's got the same stuff on it. And I'll open this wand up because I only need the teensiest bit, and I'll just tap a little bit off. I don't know why I tapped that. It didn't go nowhere. I can be a goofball sometimes, or every day of my life. Anyways, so I'm just wiping off the excess. Just kind of blending this away just a little bit. See what I'm saying? So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in to that pressed powder, and I'm just gonna kind of dust that a little, just a very, very tiny bit. Just to kind of make sure that I don't have any chunks of concealer setting on my face. If you even understood that. But yeah. So see how it just fixed that? Yeah, that looks really nice. I like that lip color a lot. So now let's go ahead and finish the face. Let's go ahead and bronze. I'm going to bronze and contour with the same palette. I love to do this. It makes it so easy. And I got a fuzzy on my lip. Oh no, that's better. I'll tell you what, anybody else's vanity a hot mess? Anybody else besides mine? Can't just be mine, right? Anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this shade. I was almost pretty tempted to go into that darkest shade, but I had a feeling I was gonna regret that. So, and this is very, very pigmented. So what we're gonna do, just to create that line. Just like that, like a nice sharp line. And this looks a little harsh at first, but when we go in with our bronzer and stuff, it'd be fine. Then we're gonna use that excess powder just on my jawbone, because you don't need a lot, just a little bit. Just trying to blend this out a little bit because I've had a little bit of Michael Jackson vibes, you know? I know I don't need a lot, so I don't need that much chiseling, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. and then barely tapping it, and just kind of, because this is where it gets out of hand, because you can add on product, but it's just so hard to take it off. So I'm just trying to blend it in my skin. Just kind of give you that effect here. My ear was really itching. Now, how nice does that look? Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go in with a smaller angle brush. Something like this. And I'm going to dip into that contour shade and just kind of take care of business on my nose here. Just take care of these lines here. And we'll blend it out with some bronzer. So speaking of bronzer, what we're going to do is we're going to take my favorite bronzer brush, which is this Motor brush. I love it. I bounced between this and the ELF Cosmetics brush. Great. Okay, so we're going to tap into these two lightest shades in this Bronzed in Paradise palette. And I'm just going to rub this over the contour, over the cheekbones, just kind of smooth everything out. Really add some color. Really kind of give us everything that we need here. Really make sure we get all the way to the temples. Drag this down to our jawline and blend out that line. Do the same thing on the other side. And then we're gonna blend. Makeup's all about blending, guys. Like, seriously, all about blending. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just lightly take this, because my forehead's so small that I only need a little bit of product. And then what we're gonna do is take whatever's left on my bronzer brush and just blend that nose contour out. Like I said, this is very pigmented, so you want to make sure you get everything cleaned up. And I do mean everything. So that looks good, although I do feel like I'm going to just take my powder brush and just kind of go over everything to make sure I don't have no harsh bronzer lines. Now, what we're going to do, because I feel like I'm looking a little dark, so we're going to go back into that Ciaté London powder, and I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. Just going to bake underneath of my contour line, just a touch. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I'm going to actually skip that. Actually, I'm not. We're going to go into this Real Techniques, even though I'm not a huge fan of it. Just like that. And we're just going to let that set and bake. Although I do like that sponge to bake with. That was really nice. Might keep that around just for that, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. Let's let that set. Let's go ahead and do our blush and stuff. So for blush today, I'm going to jump into one of my favorites. This is from SheGlam. I know I don't use it a lot, but I have so many blushes, it's hard to use them all. And unfortunately, with life being so hectic right now, and just my life in general is always crazy, I don't have a lot of time to do my makeup, and it sucks, but I'm making as much time as I can because this is my happy place. But anyways, this is the SheGlam blush in the shade Roman Holiday. I love this blush. It is super pigmented, but it's okay because I like a lot of blush. So, you see how pretty? And it's got a light sheen to it. So, I mean, I'm all about that. And a lot of times, especially in the summer, I'll take and I'll drag it from temple across my nose to the other temple. Gives you kind of like a sunburned kind of look that I'm like obsessed with. Even though I wear glasses, it's cute because I get the tip of my nose and stuff, you know? You know what I mean? Just like a little bit. I think that's everything. So if you're looking for an affordable blush, this is really nice. Just check out Shein's website. It's great. They even sell like awesome clothes. I kind of love going there. And so for a highlight today, we're going to jump into one of my loose, or not my loose, but one of my single highlighters. This is in the shade Afterglow. It's by Pur Minerals. It's a really nice one. I just kind of forget about it, to be honest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to jump into my Milani all over blending brush to apply my highlighter. Okay, so I'm going to jump in to my Wet n Wild Photo Focus spray. And I'm actually going to spray my brush a little bit, because this is a little bit on the powdery side. That's probably because I've had it for a long time. But I'm not big into throwing products away, so. See how wet and dewy and golden that gives you? I'm obsessed with it. Technically a setting spray, that one is, but the mister when I bought it was so bad, like it literally shot it right at your face. So what I did was I just used an old bottle, because I tend to save my bottles. And oh my god, look at that. My god. But I tend to save my bottles. Like, look at that. God, I love this highlighter. But anyways, I tend to save my bottles, so I just transferred it over and labeled it. That way you're not wasting product, you know? I am a no waste kind of chick. So this is super nice, guys. I mean, look at the highlight I got from that. Obsessed. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some mascara and such. And I want to do, what do I want to do? Let's just do black. We're gonna dip into the CoverGirl and Katy Perry Katy Cat Eye to tightline with. But a lot of times what I like to do is I'll take like a gel liner and I'll put right on top of there. It makes it super black, which is great for falsies. Right? I'm not even gonna put nothing in my lower, or my waterline down there. I'm just gonna skip that today. Now, this is one of my favorite mascaras. It's the Milk mascara, or it's by Milk Makeup. It's their Kush mascara. I'm like in love with it. Like, it's doesn't flake or anything. It's not really thick. And literally, once you curl the lashes and your lashes, it gives you like this, and this like lash extensions look. You see that? I'm obsessed with it. Definitely curling my lashes from now on. Anyways, you see what that does for your lower lashes? Like, I'm seriously all about it. And sometimes when you wear falsies, you'll notice that your lashes will kind of peep out, so you can kind of adjust. But a lot of times I feel like it's me. I feel like I either apply them too high or too low. But that comes with practice, obviously. Like, I just love what that does for my lower lashes, especially if you don't have anything in your waterline. Really makes it pop, you know? Although I feel like I need... That's just kind of cattywampus today. So the last thing we need to do is set our face, of course. What am I thinking? So I've been loving this Hard Candy Longwear setting spray. It's very hydrating. It smells like cucumber melon. I'm loving it, as I was saying. Sometimes my brain can't catch, or my actions can't catch up with my the speed of how I talk, and I'm just all over the place. So I apologize for that, but yeah. Anyways, guys, that's everything. Let's kind of recap on the sponges real quick. Oh my god. This is the life of doing makeup with glasses. Can you imagine if I walked out of the house like that? Girl. Yes. And see how much nicer? It gives you like a highlighted look. I feel like I was just too dark. Yeah, okay, perfect. Now, like I said, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap on the sponges. This one, I'm not the hugest fan of. I really like to like bake with it, you know, like when you're doing a contour, or, you know, if you want to bake under your eyes, or you just want to bake in general. I think it's really nice for that. Feels nice, but as far as applying and performance and stuff like that, I'm not a huge fan. Like, it's not near as soft as this one, and I mean, it gives you good coverage and stuff, but it's not bouncy. It's kind of hard. It's I'm gonna give it a few more tries, see if maybe I just need to, you know, break it in, give it a couple washes, that kind of thing, but we'll see. I'm trying to keep an open mind. And it was affordable too, like under 10. This one's the same. Actually, this one was like close to 20, but you got two of them. You got this one, and then you got another black one. But of course, this ain't wet, so. But actually, you know, compare the difference. That's how big they get, which is kind of nice. Anyways, so I really do like this one. It's not near as bouncy, which I don't like. And it doesn't have a flat bottom, which that's kind of me being picky. But I do like the flat bottom just to, you know, apply my foundation with, or to bake with, that kind of thing. But it is super soft, feels great on the face. It's just not as bouncy as I would like, you know. I use sponges for everything, you know, for my powders, for my concealer, for my foundation. So it's really important to have a really, really good sponge. So, I mean, that's kind of my recap on those sponges, and that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are the best. I really appreciate you guys working with me and being so considerate and reasonable with, you know, me not filming as often as I would like. But I'm working on it, and I love you guys so much. So thank you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.